Okay. My son upstairs, I apologize if y'all are hearing him. Um, anyway, I just wanted to show y'all some of my octopus brushes. Like this is, since I've got this colored, teal kind of color selected, that's doing those kind of colors. That's the one thing I don't like about my brushes is sometimes once I draw and then I overlap, I have this problem where it adds like, um, in the middle of it, it does this weird thing where it makes it red. So if it does that, I like to just create another layer and then I can still continue to go and draw or whatever. But it's really cool how um, it's. I really love these brushes. Oh, and Meredith, you were talking about the icat or icat ecat. I can't remember how you say it. Ecat patterns. Um, I had thought that ecat was that really fuzzy line stuff. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. When I had started researching, I thought that's what it was. And I was going to show you. I did create like my own brush that does that stuff. These are all I got lots of brushes. um, oh, these are my tentacle faves. So I'm going to just look and see what I got in here. Oh, I've got it. This one selected. Okay. Okay. So let me just start. Like, apparently I like the variations on, oh, here we go. This is one of my brushes. And this one changes with the pressure. See, I can do lighter pressure and then heavier pressure and then light. And that right there kind of reminds me of the icat stuff right there, the way it's kind of fuzzy looking. But oh, this would be marvelous for like mermaids, wouldn't it? Oh, I hope he doesn't say anything. I don't want to hear. Let's see. Anyway, that's this one does. Let's look at another one. And this one, I like this one, I guess, because it's got just a hint of the white that trail with it. And let's see. Let's do another layer. And let's see right here. And this one changes with the pressure. I got a lot of stuff that does it with the rainbow. So I like playing with these a lot. They're fun. You can see how easy you could come up with a cool pattern, you know? I really, I might end up selling them. I'll think about it. um, I've got so many now. It's hard to, what I do is when I create a brush, I change it just a little bit and then I make a copy of it and then I change it some more. It's like when I'm playing with it, like this one is, you can see that this one's keeping the solid color is staying close to the teal. And, and the harder I press the brush, the wider it's getting. You can see this white line that I've got going down the middle. The way I did that is you can combine brushes. So I'll have like this one brush that's like a white line, and then I'll have another brush that, is my tentacle things, and the tentacle things, and then I'll have it set for like the way it acts when it goes on top of other stuff. But I have to go try to figure out how to explain how to make brushes because I just play with them and that's how I figured it out. This one, all this does is that it's not all that interesting or anything. I probably just liked it because it's something I can use. Yeah, I like this, the way I like those pretty colors it comes up with. Yeah, because see, I'm using the teal. I'm going to switch to the green and watch how the same brush acts. Oops. Same brush, just changing the color. See, it goes and does things based on that. I don't really like the green. I'm going to go for white and see what it does when I choose white. Here, I'm just going to lay that one out because I didn't like that anyway. Okay, so white is looking here because that color white, it's really what it's doing is it's looking at the color that I've selected here. That white is probably different from this white. So if I create another layer and start doing it now, see it's pulling from, it's doing something based on that green. It might not show the green. It's just something it's looking at that first though. Anyway, you get cool effects with that. Let's see this one. There's another one. See, and this is on white. You see how this does on white? Let's try it on a different color. Like, let's try the dark color and see what it does. Ooh, that's cool looking. It's like a dragon. That'd be cool. I like that. I like that one. Let's look at this one. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, these, I have no idea what they're gonna do. Yeah, okay, so this one does stuff when apparently I wanted to keep that boxy kind of look for some reason. It's probably because sometimes I'll use, I use them for different stuff, especially when I'm doing layers and stuff. I don't know what it was about that it made me use that. Let's see, the white does that. Let's see what it does when it's on the, okay, that's on the blue. Let's switch colors. Huh. You would think that the blue would make it. Oh, this one, let me see what this brush is doing. So I drew one stroke. Watch this, abracadabra. Every stroke, it does a different color. Isn't that cool? So it's like changing brushes or changing colors without having to sit there and do all that. It just makes it really fast to like change things up. And this was one that puts it closer. This is kind of cool. I like it. How they're kind of real beady looking. I like that look. It's cool looking. Maybe y'all can tell me which of these brushes you think are the coolest. And so I can figure, sorry, my son is he gets loud. I like the way, woo, look at those colors, neon looking. I like that. And I like the fuzziness of it, how it's kind of like glows. It's kind of like neon. Everything, sorry about my son, man. It's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. And he doesn't know he's going to be infamous on YouTube if I put this out there, right? But yeah, this is cool. I love that. I love all those colors that it's coming up with, and that's on red. See that you never know what you're gonna get. Like Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Same thing with my brush. You don't know what red is gonna pull up, and let's see what the like a turquoise tealy color kind of does. Yeah, that's cool. I like those colors. Yeah, those are cool. And it does different with different, and then different widths do that. Okay, what's this one do? That looks kind of very similar to the other. I don't know how that one's different, but it's got a nice feel to it. Another one where it gets those skinny beady looking things. I had a hard time deciding which ones. Okay, this has got nice color changes. I like the colors that it's doing. Let's see what happens when I put it on the red. Let's see if that does. See, you never know what it's going to do. See all those fun colors? My friend she says, Rochelle Carr, Row Carr Studios, and she's on Spoonflower. She says, I'm a wizard with color. I love that. I love that she thinks I'm so good at color. So I think it's my brushes. It's not me. It's my brushes understanding cool stuff and doing that stuff. It's not, but I've got magic power because I have my brushes. Yeah, See, like I put this weird. There was some art that I liked, and that's what inspired my octopus brushes because I liked this lady who had this art that she'd done with circles. I think she had texture in them, but anyway, so I ended up tracing an octopus tentacle and drawing it, and then I started changing the textures I put in there with it and changing it up. But oh yeah, and see, it's fun to see. I mean, it's so easy to play with color and stuff when you have all these. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's do another one. And what's this? Oh. Well, they're all very. I know they're very similar, but I think it's still. I know y'all think they look different enough sometimes that they're interesting, but I wouldn't know how to um explain. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to. Jack, you're being recorded. I'm recording. That's okay. I just want you to know you're gonna be infamous. Hope I'm not yelling too much for y'all. And let's switch and see what this one does. Ooh, I like that. Just abstract art looking stuff. I just think it's cool how fast it makes it look like something interesting. Oh, here it is. Here's my icat. I think this is one of my icat brushes kind of thing. Well, I felt like it looked was that kind of thing. This isn't exactly. This isn't one that I would use to do that, but it's that got that feel to it. You can see how. Ooh, that's when I turn the brush, the same brush. I turn it like on the edge, on the side, like like if you were taking a crayon and brushing it on its side. That's that same brush does that when you do normal. That when you turn it on its side. So that's interesting, huh? And if I do pressure, it makes it really wide. And oh, I call this one Easter egg tracks. It just looked like Easter eggs to me. And see how it's doing the red in there. Sometimes the red's interesting with the stuff. Hush up, Lola. Sometimes the red's interesting with the colors, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes I don't like it. Um, and okay, let's see this one. Let's see the next one. So that one's uses the true color instead of just some random thing. That's the thing is, if you, I need to have some that actually use the color that's selected. This is pretty. That's cool. Okay, so this one kind of got a translucent look to it. That's Florrie over there making noises. That wasn't me. She's an interesting dog, I tell you that. We've got 3 dogs. Okay, she's our problem child. She's just got so many skin issues and itchy all the time. And it's interesting, huh? When I turn it sideways, it does weird stuff. And then when I push it down hard, it does these big things in the middle. Um, see that? Like a dragon tail too, huh? Making it smaller to begin with. Them. See what happens when I do this one small and then make it bigger. That's cool. This one's very angled looking. Interesting how you do it small and see what it does when I do it small. Small to big, so yeah, see that's going to make a difference too, whether it's small to big or whether I start off really small. This is as small as it gets, and as big as it gets when I push it down hard when it's on that setting. So I can have a small. Yeah, I call this like pastel tracks or something because it looks like this one looks chalky to me. See the texture? It looks like I'm coloring with chalk. I hope this is still recording. I hope y'all aren't getting tired of listening to me talk. Oh yeah, this is cool. Looks like X-ray. What did I call this one? Transparent octopus something. Anyway, that's interesting, isn't it? It's like cells or something. I don't know what it looks like. It's cool though. Another one. I said this one was lovely octopus tentacles. For some reason, I really liked this one. I wonder what it was about this one. Let's do some more. Huh. Wonder why I like this one so much that I said it was lovely. I don't know. I don't know what's so special about that one. This is where I took, like, I had traced over these gems and then I replaced my octopus tentacles with, see this? Oh, can you see those shapes in there? Oh, I'm trying to zoom into it. Okay. But see those shapes? I traced over some gems, okay? And then I replaced it with some texture and then I made it into a brush where it uses that as the brush. And let's see what we're gonna get. Get ready, here we go. This is, ooh, it's cool, isn't it? I like that. I like that a lot. It's like, woo, fun. Let's do it again. Let's change colors. Let's see what it does with white. It's probably, it's still colorful. It's just milder. That's nice. Let's see. It's interesting, isn't it? Let's see. Dice. Oh yeah, I thought this reminded me of dice or marshmallows or something. That was interesting though. I thought that'll be good for something. That's what I think about things sometimes. I don't know what it'll be good for, but I'm gonna find something it'll be really useful for. Yeah, I like those. Let's do it again. There we go. Let's see this. Mm, I like that. I like those pastel ones. So I can get a chunk of color and not get the white outline. And let's see. Um, let's see. Here we go. I gotta make that one first. Each stroke. Let's see how different each stroke is. They're still similar, but there's some interesting color. I like how it threw the green in there. Let's see what it does if I change it to like red on the next layer. Ready? Next layer. Red. Ah, interesting. It has stuff to do with the hue and stuff. I could show you how what the settings are set for. That's pretty. And I was just coloring at a lighter, um, did gosh, did I change brushes? I don't even remember if I changed brushes. I like those colors though a lot. I'm going to do a screenshot of that so I can know which one did that. Let's see this one. That's cool. See, they're similar, but see, that's still something's different about it. That's the whole thing is I can't explain why it's so different from one of these, but it's different, even though it's like the same kind of thing. That's nice. I like that one a lot. Oh, that's pretty. This, which one is that one too? And oh, okay. Let's say. Ooh, that's interesting. It's a totally different thing. Yeah, you never know what you can get with these things I did. Jake! Oh, that's interesting. It's almost like a tea stain kind of look, like a solar. I don't know how to describe it. This is, I call this, okay, this looks like the ECAT thing. I thought the ECAT stuff was like, I don't know. I have to go find some of those designs, but this is what I thought would be useful for it. And see, if you hold your brush down, you can do, whoop, whoop. I like these. I haven't figured out how to create different kinds of brushes over there in Adobe Illustrator. I just can't imagine them being as cool as these, though. I think it's pretty darn cool, if you ask me. Oh, this one looks like DNA, I thought. Actually, that looks like those fossils that are like this. You know what I'm talking about? Looks like fossils. Yeah, like, let's see. Ooh, that got interesting fast in it. Okay, let's change it to white and see what it does. So you could have that would make a good like scrapbooking paper, wouldn't it? Well, color kind of thing, maybe not. Not perfect. Oh yeah, these are my chalk squares. Depending on how I do the brush, it does different things. Oh, okay. Pressure makes it do skinny things, and then light touch makes it do like this, and dragging it, do that, and let's see what happens if I click this and then I hold it. Yeah, it does. Ooh, that's interesting. How you can tell that I had another thing underneath it, that white brush, how it's combined. Anyway, it's just kind of interesting, huh? I like how abstract this lets me get. And without making a big mess. Let's see. This one's just one that's okay. If we look here, ah, we're here, and it's really kind of like it's grabbing it from this end of the. What does it do if I do that? Okay, but what does it do if I grab a color on the opposite side? If I like complementary kind of thing. Let's see what it does then. It did not change it all that. I would have totally thought it would totally change. Okay, I'm gonna go back and do that color. Okay. And then go yellow and see what this one I do that. All right, so some of the time it does the yellow when I do light touch. Okay, it does closer to the main color when I'm doing light touch, but pressure changes it, makes it do the other stuff. Let's do this. Let's go create another layer. I'm gonna see if I do a light touch, if it does close to the red or not. Yeah, it does close to the red, and then as soon as I do pressure, totally changes it. So, and it's putting the layers behind the other layers. That's interesting. So that's how it's doing the layers on that brush. Let's see what else I got. And I hope I'm not covering up the. I hope I'm not covering up the microphone. I guess y'all don't need to really necessarily hear me talk anyway, but I like these big old circles of color. Oh, they're all going to be big. This is just big circles of color. They're all going to go like that. Mm. And when I say tentacles, it might be tentacle, but it's tentacle suckers is what I've modeled the brush on. Because I always thought the tentacles, I was thinking the sucker things were the tentacles, but I think tentacles is just the long arm, I think. I can't remember anymore. But anyway, ooh, I like those colors. Rust is my favorite color. So sometimes I can just do something like this and just repeat, and it just ends up looking cool, I think. What's this one to do? Oh, big, big, big giant. Nah, nothing that interesting about that. I wanted it for something. This one, huh? It has some dark in it and changes dark and light in the middle of it. Change it back to white and see what it does with that. Okay. So it's pulling blue from, see, it's whatever, even though it's white, let's say from the red tone white, see, it's going to pull. So that's how you can determine what color it's going to use with the white stuff. It's going to pull it based on that. These are kind of getting boring. Golly, do I ever stop? Okay, here we go. I ever get out of the tentacles. These are just my favorite ones that I pulled, apparently, out of the ones I had. Semi-transparent, I said on these. Oh, I got that layer still showing. So I got some orange. That's what that. Ah, that's cool. Oh, it changed. There we go. Sprinkle kind of stuff. I know you're gonna have giggle box in the background, did you? Okay. Whoa, is this color anymore? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's just too big. Okay. Sometimes I do it one direction, it'll do one thing, and the other direction, it'll do another. I don't like the way that's doing, but dual color. I don't know why I was looking at. Octatrax. Oh yeah, that really looks more like the octopus track thing. You can see that more of the octopus. You can see more of that. That was the octopus thing I traced over and stuff. So this is probably one of the more original ones. And Interesting. Great bubbly ones. I like the bubbles, how that's so bubbly. It's like, how would I go and pick out what brushes to put in a pack? I don't know. I don't know what people would want out of these. Almost through the octopus ones, and I thought I would try to see if I had something else to show you besides octopus stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this is one that does the chalk blocks, and if I push, it gets narrow and wide. Skinny and long. And I do sideways. Just does it that way. And let's see. Let's try something else. What have I got besides tentacles? Suzy stamps. I did have a flower thing. Mm, that's just like a layer of. Just kind of nice, aren't they? I think they are. Just pleasant, I think. I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I don't forget about that one. Yeah, this one I just did. I just wanted different round shape. Let's see. What's this one? Changing stroke and tint. So this one changes. See what this one does? Every stroke is going to change the colors that it's using. A different color. You can see how it's doing. But it's kind of nice when you have something new like this and you don't have to change the colors if you were doing something like this in a pattern. Let's see what this one is. And this one, the stabilization is really strong. I was going to say something, Judy had said something about, and Meredith both been talking about stabilization. You do have in your preferences under pressure and smoothing, you have your stabilization. You can do this and it affects all your brushes, or you can change each brush accordingly, whichever way you like doing it. So, like me, I'm shaky. I actually have shaky. I have tremors, and so it helps me because I'm shaky sometimes. I think it's my thyroid issues or something, but I don't know. Um, all the stars. Hmm. Yeah, and I wanted something I could do, something that was kind of random, and then I could still, without having to um, color each individual thing, kind of thing, to make it random. Ooh, that's interesting. But that's what I did it, where it kind of has a shadowy effect too on that too. Anyway, so it does it if I make it bigger. Will it make it bigger? Yeah, it will. That's cool. Anyway, that's kind of cool. Mm, this is just nice little lines. So y'all are just getting to watch me color. uh, didn't know you were going to do that today, did you? I just want to watch Suzy color. Just see what my brushes do. If y'all end up seeing stuff, if you're watching this, you should take a screenshot. If you see a brush that I select and then know which one it was and one you really like, tell me. Yeah, this one's real stabilized. There we go. Anyway, it's fun to do stuff like that. Um, it's like rice or beans. That's what I'd call it, rice or beans. Let's go back to white. That's just nothing interesting here. Let's see what else we got. Bubbles, like my bubbles. I the inspiration for this one was actually the spider web. A friend of mine took a picture of a spider web and it had little water droplets on it, and I thought they were cool, and so I created a brush that I could do water droplets on. And I've actually got another one where they're like more connected, where it's got two things in it. Let's see what this stuff is. Oh, these are my disco ball ones. What's that, a new layer? These are my disco ball. Not disco ball, but disco at the time. Let's do another layer. I don't like that one. And I can just hit it and then get a whole bunch of, layers of different colors. And let's change white to red again. It's interesting to see how something like red affects it. Now let's try a black. Let's see what it does when I do black. We can get some different kind of deeper colors with that. And instead of just black, let's change it to this color black and see if, okay, what if I do it on the yellow side of black? It's doing weird stuff. Okay, and let's see what else I got in here. Another old disco stamp. I'm gonna do white instead so I can see what it's doing. You hear me? I'm tapping hard to get the really big ones, and then smaller to get the smaller size. What's this? Ooh, that's kind of too much. Oh, I know what that was. That was my mermaid things a long time ago. It looked like, it doesn't look like mermaids there, but mermaid scales. Mermaids use small scales. Oh, okay. This is use small if I'm gonna use it. It looked like I was going for like so that it looked like different size and different size shapes and not all the same looking shapes. See, it lets me do a path of shapes and they look like they're all different. They don't all look the same. Mm. You can kind of see why I call them like mermaid scales. So, the mermaid scales. And that's what else I got. Mermaid paper scales. Let's see. This one. That's not the popcorn one, is it? No. Let's see what else I got. Oh yeah, this was one when I was trying to. This is one when I was trying to do snake scales at one point, and I ended up coming up with this at the time. Kind of looks like snaky, but it also kind of looks like, I don't know, like armor, like from a knight, you know. Interesting, huh? That's my scales kind of thing. What else I got in here? Oh yeah, my pumpkin stem. I was trying to make something pumpkin stems, I wanted it to look like, and sometimes I mess up and I can't figure out how to get rid of this little part up there. It's like the initial. That's interesting if I hold it around. Oh, look there. That's interesting. I think it's interesting how stuff, when you do stuff, sometimes you don't realize it's like I'm holding it down and then I'm going to separate it. And then it's, let's see what else. And this gives me that other thing. Oops, let me do it on a new layer. That way we're comparing different kinds of things. Not comparing different kinds of things, and you can see the difference. But anyway, that's that other brush that was like a knight's armor. And this is just a scaled down version of it, I guess. And what else I got? Hmm. 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 Oh yeah. Is this one that some of them do better on the colors than the others do? I had a thing where I can make flowers. See? And if I change it to, let's change it red, and let's see if it does any different on the next layer. Yeah, it's going to change. You just got to figure out the colors you like. I don't know if I did all the things, but that one gives me that. And that's based on this, so we can pretty much tell what I'm going to get. So if I do this, I'm going to get more of these colors. So this brush is going to give me more close to the colors that I've got selected like that. What else have I got in here? Cottontail. It's called Cottontail. Oh yeah, my tread. I'm really into taking pictures of textures, and I like using those in my design, or I used to really like using it. That's cool, it says. Let's see what this is. That's kind of interesting. Kind of looks like glitter or something. Kind of. I couldn't think of what to say about that other than I thought it was cool. Bamboo blinds, it says. It must have reminded me of bamboo somehow. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's more of a better one to use with as a stamp. Let's see. Oh, and apparently I need one that I can make butterflies with. Yeah, this one. Sometimes I did something like this so I could do that, bam, and then I could just do liquefy and just mess with it, real quick. So that's, oops, I'll erase, no wonder. Anyway, sometimes things are just interesting. This one's called Hairball. And, oh, Black Hole. That's kind of cool. Black Hole Sun. And disco rounds. That was, yeah, these are probably my better disco rounds, I bet, but I don't know. Maybe not. They're not that all special either, huh? And it says disco rounds, but that, oh, disco round. Yeah, I like this kind of thing. like a tornado. And let's see. Hmm. And I did pebble lined kind of thing. Another pebble lined one. Round of pointy dots it says. Change layers. Yeah, my rope. Kind of neat. See what the thicker, that was spacing a little bit better on different, not better, different on that one. You can see how that could get interesting. What's that? It's weird looking. Not into that. I'll just have things like that close. I like stuff like that. This one's called Spill Your Guts. Yeah. I guess it should be called Blow Chunks or something. Sorry, all right. Here it goes. I'm recording. I'm recording. I'm recording. Yeah, I'm screen recording with volume. Oh no. Golly, you have to go to work tomorrow. 5 a.m.? No, you cannot leave until after that scene. No, you need to stay. They're watching Pride and Prejudice, and she wants to leave before the rain scene. No, go back in there and watch it. It's cool. That's one of my texture kind of things. You have to stay. And then I do something like this. Let's see if I check those. Instead of white, can I change colors? Yeah, I can, but um, oh yeah, I like this. I've used this in one of my things, my wood texture kind of stuff. I use this in some of my tropical stuff, and I put it as an overlay, and then like let's say I had something else underneath it, and then I do like see how it gives it that texture. Yeah, I like that. I love that one. It has a good use. I've got other ones like that too. I mean, this might be the same. Yeah, it's the same wood, I think, but different. Oh, this is Sierra bark. Yeah, it's cool. Something from the Sierra when I was there. So I like weird textures. I thought about just doing a bunch of brushes with just a lot of textures. These are keepers. I like the way that one does. Nice texture. This is good for snowballs. Let's do white then. Good for snowballs. It's got a nice scribble blob. Scribble blob. Melissa's. Oh, this is Melissa's cantaloupe. I like the texture of the cantaloupe she put, and so I used it. Cantaloupe. You like the cantaloupe texture? Let me see if I've got anything else good though. Y'all are probably getting tired of all this stuff. Duo color art stuff. Oh, this is one of those things where it's like the dice one or the marshmallow stuff. What else do I have that's mine? I want to show you. Those are almost textures. Yeah, oh, I've got stuff like weird texture like that kind of thing. And like this one says like snake skin, like that. I like just to use that, and I mean you can liquefy that, make it a cool, interesting texture, and then like if I put it on top of something else, then like combine stuff like that sometimes and make stuff interesting too. That's not necessarily that interesting though, but anyway. Anyway, let's see. Anything good I got? Part Suzy brush. Oh. Oh, my old fluid art. I used the background. It was one of my old things. I used it to fill in the background. Yeah, pine cone kind of thing. I think that's what that, or at least it looks like that to me. Yeah, like the pine cone kind of texture. And again, liquefy it and stuff, and you can do neat stuff with it. I don't know what I'd do with it, but anyway, it gets you to start doing stuff. And I got my linen texture. And if I got any tentacles that didn't shade, that would be good to show. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's all for now. I don't have anything else really good to show you right now. I went through all the Suzy. Yeah, I went through all my Suzy stamps. Skipped over a bunch of stuff that wasn't necessary. Styrofoam. Oh, styrofoam, but it's styrofoam. It's not all that interesting or complicated. Poof. Let's see. When I was trying to do all the Scandinavian stuff, everybody had all these Scandinavian stuff that is the same thing repeating and stuff. And so I was messing with creating brushes where I could create something like that. And anyway, that's what that's about. Anyway, I hope y'all didn't get too bored. And fishy scale. Yeah, I hope I didn't bore y'all too much. And thanks for watching. If you sat there and watched this whole thing, I think it's time to end. I think it got a little boring. Some of it was fun though, wasn't it? anyway, I don't see anything that's any of my, oh, my pattern fills. I've got some of those too. It might not be that bad to show you real quick. Like I've got some things where I created a pattern where I could do it. And I've actually figured out some better ways to do stuff than this though. Not so much. Let's see. Something else. Yeah, where I had one of my designs where I turned it into a pattern and then had it. You never know when you're going to find something cool when you're messing around with stuff, experimenting. Yeah, these are just some of my things I turned into a pattern. Gosh, I don't even remember these. Interesting. Golly, he's being so goofy up there. Jay! Man, he's like his dad's not here. I like that pattern. I have to pull that out and use that one here. I'm going to take a screenshot of it so I can remember. I like that. Anyway, okay, that's enough. I'm done enough. Thanks for sticking in through. Bye.